Okay, let's go ahead and get started with this. In case it didn't turn out, I'll reintroduce myself. I am Gail Davenport. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and this is the card we're going to be making today. So I wanted to show you a couple of different variations I did with the card and then the one we're actually going to make. This is the first one that I made, and I just put the strip down here and I liked it, so I thought that was kind of cute. Then I did this and I used the framelits to not only cut out the trees, but to do the little um, overlay of it, and I liked that. Then I did this Christmas one, and I liked it, but I just still wanted to do something different. So today we're going to make very similar to this card, but we're going to do it just a little bit different than what we have been doing. And this will be the inside of the card. So let's go ahead and get started. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of navy blue, which is going to measure 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25, and we'll be making our tree this way this time, or our card. And then the inside is going to be 4.25 by 5, 4 by 5.25, and the outside will be 4 by 5.25. So actually, no, that's two of these. I forgot. So here we go. Okay, so first things first, these are the dies that you can also get in Stampin' Up! And Celebration. And I have loved them, and it goes with the trees for sale, which I'm not sure where I put it. I had it just a second ago, and that fast I lost it. So, but anyway, this is going to be what we're going to be using today, and that stamp set. Now, I leave my piercing mat that I use for stamping my acrylic or my photopolymer stamps with. I just leave it in the bag that it came in because I can wipe it off and it's real easy to clean up. So you might want to do that. But I did want to show you, we have a few more things that are going on for Celebration right now. I don't know how well you can see them, but it's the timber embossing folder, the Flowers of Home dies, the silver foil packet. The timber is $50 purchase for free. The dies are $100 purchase. You get that for free. The foil is $50 a purchase, and you get that for free. For another $50, you can get the gingham embossing. You can get the dot-to-dot dies for $100. If you spend $100, you can get the daffodil dies for $50, and that's $100. For $50, you can get the seashells or the craft boxes. For $100, you can get the aspen tree dies, which I absolutely love those. Those are so cool. And I'm going to make a card in the next few days to show you with that. Anyway, and then you can get the brush metallic for a $50 purchase. So those are some really good deals. Plus, you can still get everything in your Celebration catalog. But let's see, where is it? I had it marked and I pulled out my paper. Here it is on page 12. This is the set we're going to be using. So let's go ahead and get started. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the smaller piece of the paper and we're going to just kind of stamp around using our blending brushes. And we're just going to kind of move it around and get some blue sky going in there. And these are not as good as my Stampin' Blends, but to be honest with you, I have my Stampin' Blends all in other colors, and I didn't want to mix these colors, so I just used these. But I love our stamping brushes because they're really, really nice, and they're a little bit bigger and a lot easier to use. I have to really push with this. Now, since this is going to still be in the blue family, I'm going to go ahead and use the same brush, but I'm going to go to Night of Navy. and I'm going to sponge around again, and I'm going to start in the corners. I'm just going to come around. I really want that on that edge. So, and I'm getting too far and too ahead of myself, and I'm making a mess. So I'm going to figure out how to fix that. Okay, I think we need to bring a little bit more in this way. Well, I've just made a complete mess of this, but hopefully you'll get the idea. Maybe I should just turn it over and start again. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a good day. We had a huge rain yesterday morning that we needed badly, but lightning and thunder at 2:30 in the morning, and my husband was a volunteer fireman, and he got called out in the middle of the night, and it was right by our house just a couple streets over, and the house was struck by lightning, and it burned to the ground. It was so unfortunate. The fortunate thing is it was up for sale, and the people that owned it had already moved on to their new home out of town, and I think even out of state, but I'm not sure on that. So they were not there. There was nothing living there, so that was a good thing, because it was a huge, beautiful home, and it was just so sad to see. But hopefully most of their memorabilia, like photos and stuff, was already out of there, because that would have been so sad. Yes, I'm much happier with that. Okay, and we're gonna get our Balmy Blue back. Okay, now we're going to change, and my goal is to buy 48 of those Stampin' blends, and I forgot to move my phone out of here. I'm so sorry. So it's probably a telemarketer. This is Crumb Cake, and we're just putting a little bit in for the camper to have some place to sit. And I think I grabbed the big one, so I think I'm going to have to cut it down. But it's okay. Okay, that's closer to what I wanted. So now we're going to take, and I went ahead and stamped these, cut them out, and layered them. So now we're just going to kind of make our camper. So we're going to set this aside for just a second and get our pieces to our camper. Just be patient with me, please. And I'll tell you how I did some of this because some of it is not normal. What I did for this wheel is I cut it all out and I cut it again in black so I could put it over that. So, and if you have your take your pick tool, this is a good time to go get it because we're going to be using it. This one's not so bad because it's pretty much cut out for us and lining it up, but some of these pieces, not so much. Okay. And also, I have lost my window. But here it is. It didn't go too far away. This is the top of the camper. Okay. And then, I don't know if you have tweezers or not, but I have tweezers and it's about the only way I can get some things done. So I'm going to adhere this. That's to the door. And I've cut out the little bow, and all of these are from this set. So it's cute, cute, cute. The glue that was in this is fantastic. It doesn't give much wiggle room, but it's fantastic. But the applicator bottle is superb. And so what you might want to do, which is what I do, is I went ahead and filled it with my Tombow when it emptied. And it's just a great, great bottle to have because that little tip really gets in there and you don't seem to waste as much or get it where you don't want it. It's very, very good about putting it right where you want it. Okay. Okay. And for this little guy, I don't think I'm going to have enough stamping room. I mean, enough glue room, but we're going to try it and see. But what I did on the last one is I waited until I was ready to put it in because I put it on in Dimensionals and that's how I did it. But we will see. Yeah, and that's what I thought. And that's okay. Let me get my silicone sheet here so it doesn't stick to the paper. Okay, and see, so now we have to put on our window and we have to put on our little hole in the door. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere this to my cardstock. I am sure I have the wrong size. Let me check this real quick. I'll be right back. And I do. Which means I need to cut one the right size. Bear with me. I'm so sorry. I'm here. I promise. Okay. Well, since I grabbed the wrong one, I'm sorry about that, but now we're back on track. So I'm going to get my Dimensionals, and I have the large and the small because we will be using both. going to put this little light door, we're going to put that right in there. And then we're going to cover it with the dimensional just to make sure. And you know me, I'm the dimensional queen. So I love them. Okay, then we're going to take these all off. I'm going to set this down, and I'm not going to push too hard until I know my little door one is in line. Okay. Oop. And that looks good. I'm happy with that. So right here in the center, there we go. All right. And then we have our little curtain to put in. And it's so cute. It's got some little embossing on it. I don't know how well you can see that in the camera, but isn't that so cute? It's little candy canes. Okay. And I'm left-handed. That probably messes people up some. I'm so sorry, but you know, I was young enough that I wasn't forced to go right-handed. I don't know what I'd do because I'm an extremely left-handed individual. I do quite a things with my right hand though, because that was all there was to lose. So now we're going to take our trees and we're going to place them around. And this is how I did them. I just, you know, glue that together. I don't know if I need that tree, so, but to save a little bit of time, and since I've messed up so good, I guess it's a good thing. But we're going to put that on. I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to put this one right here. And I guess we are going to need this one, so let's get it going. Okay. Bring our tree over here and kind of try to line it up. Hard to see because I ended up getting a little bit too much glue there. But okay. And we're gonna, let's see, where do we want him? Because I've got a couple little ones too. So I think I might put him here. Do this one right here with, let's see, that under that. That thing here. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, so this is what we're going to do with this one. And I'm not doing as much in dimensions with the trees because they're kind of 3D'd on their own. So, but you could do whatever you want, really. It's going to be your card. This is just an idea. And I purposely am not gluing the top because I just think it's kind of neat to have it pop up a little bit. But that's just a Gail thing. You certainly do not have to do it. That's just my thing. Except that one seems like it wants to pop up a little bit too much. So I think I'll bring a little bit up more. There we go. Okay. So, and you don't have to use all the trees. And I'm really thinking that this is probably enough. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is, I left them over here. These are the new red, green, and pearl, silver, and gold adhesives, little dots. And so we're going to use those. And for that, I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. And we're going to put a silver one right there in the tire. And then we're going to do a couple of gold ones on the wreath. And just maybe like one there and one. Trying not to get them too symmetrical. So then we're going to take the other end. Let me put this one on so I don't poke myself. And we're going to put some stars around. So, and these stars are also in the cutout or in the dies. And so you can, and that is not true. They are not in the dies. I don't remember where I got them. Isn't that horrible? I can guarantee you they're current. And when I put everything down below, you'll be able to know where it goes. So, okay. I'm just going to put a little dot there in the center. And I think we're going to make those little ones a little farther away. Somebody's been playing with my take your pick tool and put a lot of stuff on the end of it. Okay, so now we're going to take that and we're going to adhere it to one of our larger pieces of paper. And then we're going to adhere it to that. So, first of all, let's put this on our navy blue cardstock. This goes on the front. And then we're going to put this on top of that. Okay, and then on the inside, we're going to take the Night of Navy. What did I do with it? Here it is. Ink. And we're going to take the sentiment that says, "You light up the season." And I'm just going to put it right here. And it looks like it's in there good. And we're going to put it in the middle, up just a tad. And there you go. We're going to put that on the inside, and then our card is done. And I certainly hope you have enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed and want to, please don't forget to do so and tap the little bell. I have been gone for a little bit, and I am back home. And I told you this was Night of Navy, and it is not. It is Starry Sky. I apologize for that. But I wanted the Night of Navy to stand out in the stamp because I just thought it needed that little bit of pickup on the inside. So I will have all my dimensions and measurements and what I've used down below. I also, this is the card. Well, I put it on the wrong one. Should we do it again? Let's do it again. This is what happens when you're making it. So the one I did do is Night of Navy, but I did do all the others in the Starry Sky that I showed you. This was the only Night of Navy, and I stamped them inside in the Night of Navy. Okay, so now we'll put this one in the card we're making. I needed to finish that card anyway. And it looks like you put so much work into it, but it's really not that hard because everything is pretty much cut out for you. And so it's just assembling it, and you can get quite a few of these done in a short amount of time. So it could be your Christmas card you send to others, or, you know, somebody special who's a camper that you love or whatever. But anyway, as I said, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to read them, so please put them in the comments below. I will have all my measurements on everything that I've done listed below and what I've used. And I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you back in a few days. Bye-bye.